In our very active community, it seems that everybody has their sights on health-related issues. Healthy aging. Here to tell us more, Grace Carpenter, Dan Daly from the Alzheimer's
Fit Brain Club.
Fit Brain Club, Alzheimer's Orange County, right?
Right.
They all go together.
You got it.
Welcome to the show.
Well,
Thank you,
you.
Bree. It's nice to
be
meet you.
here.
Very nice to have you. So for those of you who don't know, including myself, what is the mission of Fit Brain Club?
To educate and to support Alzheimer's Orange County, our sponsors, and getting the word out, because we have 164,000 people diagnosed with Alzheimer's just in Orange County.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Astonishing.
Yes, and so our little club is reaching a lot of people, including the most misrepresented group right now is Parkinson's, so they contacted us last month and asked if they could come, and we said, of course, because the umbrella is dementia, and under that umbrella we have Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and all of the dementias.
Oh,
so of course we welcome people with Parkinson's and anyone who, even normal aging, the signs of normal aging can be daunting.
Of course.
So
Yeah.
to educate, inform, and then to have a camaraderie where people can talk to each other.
Right,
Because
right.
The talk, Patty's talk from Monday is breaking the taboo, because someone said to me last week, we don't want to say we have Alzheimer's. Another
Right.
one said, I don't want to say I have Parkinson's.
Very
It'll
ominous
be treated
term
differently.
when you deal with
Yeah.
Alzheimer's. A lot of fear involved with the public in the
course.
community. We, Alzheimer's Orange County, we provide the speakers every month. And we try to schedule speakers on different topics. And tomorrow or next Monday it will be the breaking the taboo. And as Grace mentioned, and it's all about education. There's an old saying that you're better off managing a problem the more you know about that problem.
Right. It
No
gives you a
question
little bit
about it.
more power, right?
Right.
Otherwise, you just kind of succumb to the situation and feel powerless
right.
about it. Right?
That's right.
Yeah. So is it something that the individual who has those conditions, is it hard for them to recognize that in themselves?
Yes.
And so is it that the family members or the friends sort of have to dance around it and
Yes.
The family notices changes in the lifestyle of a person,
Okay.
a loved one. And unfortunately, they don't react quickly enough. When they finally get the loved one to a physician where a diagnosis can be made, it's no longer early onset of Alzheimer's or dementia, it's advanced. And it's amazing how quickly it can travel. Sometimes it's low moving, but oftentimes it's quick.
wow. And so are there preventative measures if it's found on the early onset?
A lot of relationship with lifestyle. If you're a chronic drinker, you're a chronic smoker, all the adverse effects from heart disease run parallel to brain function and cognitive function, and that's the biggest problem.
The one that was a surprise for us, and when my husband was diagnosed, was it started with his heart, but it started actually with his teeth. The dentist said, you don't smoke, you don't drink, you have this,
that right?
Exercise fanatic, playing
Right.
tennis every day. And he said, with this amount of plaque on your teeth, I think you ought to have your heart checked.
Is that
Bam!
right?
99% occluded LED,
Yeah.
left artery descending, he could have died. So they call it the widowmaker. So then it went from there to the brain because the plaque is, if we have plaque or if our bodies make plaque,
Right.
there we go, it goes fast.
And that's why I've heard that you should floss every
Yes.
single day.
Absolutely.
Because that plaque can
Absolutely.
get dislodged and
Yes.
cause
Right.
issues and
You
problems.
know a lot.
You know, I love the subject of health, and I love figuring out how to prevent things,
Yes.
right, from happening.
That's why we have speakers from the eye doctors to the nutritionists and everyone. And there's online testing because so many, especially, I hate to say it, but men tend to say, oh, it's just normal aging because what man, I mean, nobody wants to give up driving. But you show me a man who doesn't fight over giving up the keys to that car.
Oh, women.
Oh, women, yeah. Now we're getting equal, yeah.
Well.
But traditionally, yeah. So the sooner we can get basic testing, just the verbal online. There's verbal quizzes.
Is there?
Yeah, yeah, and like the subtle tests, like
Yeah.
Sudoku things. There's many things that people.
We provide a lot of free classes
That's
through
wonderful.
senior
Yeah.
centers.
That's wonderful.
And again, hearkening back to the fact, the more you know about a subject, the better you can manage it.
Absolutely, yeah. So what are some of the common red flags that loved ones should be looking out for?
I would say that monthly bills, when they become tardy in paying the bills, or they write in an incorrect amount on the check, and the family should be checking out the refrigerator to make sure there's no spoiled food in
Okay.
that fridge.
Okay.
And those are some of the signs. The other problem is when an individual starts stating the same question or the
yes,
same
yes,
story
yes.
time after time after time, that's a real red flag,
Right.
big time,
Right,
because that's a sign of short-term memory loss.
okay.
And driving, you'll always get all kinds of signs, and they'll make excuses.
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Driving, again, taking the keys away from somebody, that's the last step.
That's tough. You've
of,
taken away their independence.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
brutal.
Well, you touched on an event coming up September 9th, and you are encouraging attendees to bring questions. Can you give us more details on that event?
Well, Patty is the expert on breaking the taboo. She has a gentle way about her,
Right.
very professional but very personable. And so she can just address people's questions without them feeling threatened. So that's
Wonderful.
why we always encourage spouses to come, couples to come.
Okay.
And that way we can make inroads.
Great.
Um,
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a
questions.
very informative event.
Yeah, the main question is this normal aging?
Right.
Or should I be thinking about getting the typical assessments that they start with, the verbal assessments and things like that. So, and there's online assessments.
Okay.
So,
Well, we encourage all of our viewers to head on over to that event. Grace and Dan, it's been such a pleasure. Thank you
Nice
for all of the
meeting you.
information.
thank you. It's the
And
Performing Arts Center, Clubhouse 3.
oh, okay. We'll put the flyer up.
Okay, great. Thank you.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.